Hello, good morning everybody. Welcome to your sunrise safari out here with Igor in the Eastern Cape province at Amakhala Game Reserve. I hope everybody is well today and ready to learn a little bit about tracks. So my name is Andrew, by the way, and Mr. Igor, he's behind the camera and he's very excited to be on Amakhala. How is it so far, Igor?
It's been amazing, Andrew. It's such a unique reserve. Thanks for showing me around.
Oh, wonderful. We're going to show you some cool places, no doubt. But we've got something very special here. Have a look here. Got a spoor or a track or some sign of the animal. Now this is actually a cheetah track and it's very fresh. And the way you can tell this is most simply there's a vehicle that came driving through here sometime last night, probably the anti-poaching unit, and now this cheetah spoor is on top of the vehicle track. So we can narrow this track down to sometime early this morning. But now if I point out a few things, you'll be able to tell that this is a cheetah track. First thing, we know that this is a cat. So I hope you can see this little stick that I've got in my hand here. This is the pad of the track, and right at the back of the pad are these beautiful, neat, three little bubbles or lobes. So we know, okay, we're dealing with a cat. The next thing is we can cancel leopard and lion out because there's a claw over here. Now remember, cheetahs, they cannot retract their claws. Their claws are always out. And so if you ever see three lobes and you see the digits accompanied by a claw or claws or nails, whatever you want to call it, then you know you're dealing with a cheetah track. But what I find very interesting about this track over here is this little one over here. Igor, I hope you can spot it. Can you see that one there? The bar just might be in the way, but this one is a jackal track. Okay, so there is actually a jackal busy tailing these cheetah. Maybe the cheetahs were hunting last night or, you know, moving around and a jackal has seen them, and jackal often just follow the cheetah, shadow them bit by bit, because in case, you know, they catch something, then the jackals can scavenge. Now, we're going to use this jackal as an indicator this morning that if we are, because we are going to track this animal, or the cheetah, if we see the jackal first, then we can presume that we are fairly close to the cheetah. And there they are just lying under one of the bushes there in the trees. Wow, this morning wasn't difficult tracking at all. And just like we said moments ago that the jackals have been tailing them. So just before we spotted these cheetah, we saw two jackals. So yeah, it's always nice to know that, you know, when you put all the pieces together in the puzzle and then, you know, when things pan out and you realize, hey, I was actually right, just by looking at the sign on the road, it's always a very rewarding feeling. So yeah, this is Igor's introduction to the three amigos. He's heard so many different things about them, and he actually said to me this morning when we started up, he said, I really hope we're going to see these three amigos today. Look at them. They have walked so far. Oh, Jane, you happy to have Igor back? Yeah, Igor? That's a nice comment for you, hey?
Thank you so much for the warm welcome.
He says thank you so much for the warm welcome. That's awesome to have Igor out here. It's his first time here in the Eastern Cape, so lots to show him. And as all of you know, there are so many special little gems here on Amakhala, from, you know, the animals and the scenery, some of the plants. And as I mentioned yesterday, Igor is very interested in bird watching. And we've already got a few birds for him, one of them being the Denham's bustard he's never seen before. Beautiful. So I've just mentioned that these amigos have walked quite far. So from the basin to here, it's roughly about 6 or 7 kilometers that they did all in one shot by the looks of it, with the exception of every now and then, you know, sitting down, lying down, like, you know, cats do that. They don't always just walk in one shot. They'll just stop, rest a little bit, and then get back on the paw and start walking again. Now they are moving. They're just going behind the vehicle now. Now coming up into this the sighting of these three amigos, we did see a whole lot of blesbok in the area. So there's a lot of food for them around here. And from what we know about these cheetahs, they are probably going to catch something either today or tonight. We're not 100% sure. So you might get a pole in your way there every now and then. Incredible.
Oh, look at him. We have got one of the little cubs. No, just kick the little cub back into the hole.
No, why do you do that, June? It wants to come and suckle. There it comes again. Oh, look at that little fluffy bear. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? That's it, Mom. It is Mother's Day coming up, and there it is. Mother is doing her job and keeping little one nice and clean, making sure there's no little pests on the little one's coat. Oh, look at that face. Oh, don't lick it too hard. Oh, Mom, what are you doing? Oh, there comes a second one. Yes, the patience has paid off. Thank you. I am so happy to see this. Yay. Milk bar is open. So always, remember, the hyenas will only have 2 teats, not like where you find lions will have 4 teats. So with 2 teats, hyenas will never have more than 2 cubs. That's pointless. If you've got more than 2 cubs and you only got 2 teats, well, then there's going to be a lot of fighting. But they're still fighting. Oh, look at them. Cleaning little bums, making sure that they're all nice and clean. Holding the one down. Oh, this is amazing. So I think they're around about, if I'm not mistaken, maybe I think they're about 4 weeks old now. 3 weeks. Hmm. Oh, 3 weeks. Oh, when did Trish say? It's 4 weeks. 4 weeks. 4 weeks old now. Yes, Mom. Mommy June, you're doing so well. And I'm hoping that she's going to be successful with bringing these 2 little ones up. Lillian, it's difficult to say if she can fight her way back on high up on the hierarchy and the Juma clan side of things, because I don't know, I haven't seen Corky and Hart and Ribbon. I haven't seen those other females for quite some time. I don't know how the ranking is going anymore. I've got no clue. It's been, for us, it's been a complete, I can say, we've been left in the dark about that. So I'm not too sure, but at the moment, it just seems like June is most of the time by herself here. I did see Tima being around here yesterday, another female. And so yes, it is possible, but how the Juma clan is doing and how strong the bond is between all these individuals, I would lie to say, is it could she? I mean, maybe she's decided to maybe rather run by herself. Maybe in Tima, maybe she's just decided to start her own clan. Sometimes it could happen that way. Almost put her head on top of that little one. Oh, yes. Trying to get to the teats, but they are struggling. Jenny's making it a little bit tricky for them. Putting an obstacle course out there.
Excellent that we can see June's little ones. So we've found some dwarf mongoose. We actually saw some banded mongoose run across the road, but they didn't want to hang around for the camera. And about 100 metres further on, we found some dwarf mongoose who are showing us why they are not that adept at climbing trees. These 2, oh, here comes another one. These 2 have been sort of flitting in between these 2 stumps, and we've had a couple of little falls. Oh, there goes another one. Not exactly cut out for tree climbing. More agile than we are, certainly, but they're not quite squirrel standard. We've had 1 or 2 lose their footing. But it was a cold start to the morning, and the mongoose do like to come out and sun themselves. So this is a sort of a double-barreled purpose this morning, I think. We've got some seriously good sentry duty there. We've got nice spots to scan the surrounding areas for all the leopards that we've been seeing recently, although as of yet they've eluded us this morning. But a lovely opportunity to catch some of the rays of sunlight. It is warming up a little bit now, and they were probably quite chilly after last night. They will have slept the night in an old termite mound or a little root system, something subterranean anyway, and now they're all beginning to come out. We're seeing some grooming activities, a little bit of whoop, some socializing, and some slightly uncoordinated tree climbing behavior. definitely looks to be the best spot to catch some of these early rays. Had a couple trying to traverse from one to the other across the top and have lost their footing on the way across. Let's see if we can get another comedic fall. I think there's only room for so many of them up there. Sharon, so did I. I mean, they are. Oh, they're not exactly arboreal, but it's not unusual to see them in these sort of lower things. I think the problem is we've got too many of them. They're all vying for top spot there. But I also thought they would be a little bit better. Maybe they're just warming up this morning. So and haven't quite got all the muscles working, the coordination's a bit like us getting out of bed and walking into a wall. We've all done that. I think we're possibly being a little bit harsh on them. I mean, they're quite adept at clambering around in the branches, but yeah, we've had one or two with some less than sure footing this morning.
But it's nice that that cub has been reunited with the rest of the pride. They all went west. I asked the guys, they didn't relocate on that pride this morning, the Talamati breakaways. Apparently the Nkuhumas are in the west, not too far east of Djuma. So I'm hoping that the Nkuhuma pride will make their way into this area maybe tonight. But yes, I just want to say thank you once again for joining us on our sunrise safari. Thank you so much for all the comments and the questions that everybody has sent to us this morning, keeping us on our toes and all that. But just make sure that you do tune in again again this afternoon on our sunset safari, hoping that we can find some more interesting animals for everybody. And yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to have some more action. And well, it is a Thursday, so I mean, what should we find for a Thursday afternoon? Everything. Definitely everything. Everything and anything is always welcoming. So yes, from the Wild Earth team, from all of us at all the locations and from the directors there in Johannesburg, we say thank you. And you must have a wonderful afternoon, morning or evening, wherever you are watching from us. Goodbye.